Myself, quartermaster, Stanley Ormbreck. Chaplain, Dan Humphreys. Here. First year trustee, Otis Wolf. Here. Second year trustee, James Hampton. Here. Third year trustee, Eric English. Here. Adjutant, Brian Cornell.
He is excused on orders.
Service officer, Bruce Krieger.
Absent.
Yeah,
it's benefit advisor. It's on the old election report.
Jamie Pike.
Absent.
And then the dual role of surgeon is Tom Creebury. And I'll pass a sign in. And if you guys can sign in, that'd be appreciated.
All right. There are no member applications or balloting for applicants or mustering of recruits. The minutes are still posted on the YouTube channel, and Brian's working on converting those using, what's that new Microsoft Copilot. So once he gets up in line on that, then we'll have electronic versions of text for the meeting minutes. Otherwise, they're posted on the website and no changes, deletions, or edits. Quartermaster report.
Quartermaster report.
Sorry.
There you go.
Can you full screen it, Tom?
That's good enough.
We only got 125 bucks left. What been doing, Stanley?
Is this a slide you want, Stanley?
So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just so we can read it. Not a whole lot of activity last month. We have $125.96 for Cat House Pizza, and I did order pizza again tonight. I asked, hey, do you have like some shamrock or like a type of a pizza? They said they got like one. They put some pesto on it. I'm like, nah.
No, don't do that.
Nah, I said no. I just get the usual. And no activity with the savings. Receipts. Wells Fargo checking. We received $8 in membership payment. In Wells Fargo savings, we got a whopping 7 cents for interest, and then a check from Wreaths Across America of $1,105, which is awesome. Chris deposited that. That's like the biggest part of the whole month. Wells Fargo, we currently have $1,434.26. That's a decrease of $117.96. I did recently move about, I think, 2,000, transferred 2,000 from checking to savings a few days ago. So it's up. Don't want to keep that down. And then at that time is $10,641.25 for Wells Fargo savings. That is an increase of $1,155, and that increase was from the Wreaths Across America. We still are holding $135 in petty cash, and then the Stanley Morgan is $94,842, and that is a change of value of negative $70.51. So we went up last month. And then the Navy Federal Credit Union with our special 4.0 APY certificate is $222.28, and that is an increase. And I had it in there, but it's not showing.
Scroll down.
Yeah, there you go. $73.02. And that's no bills.
Okay.
And
Next. All right.
that was a quick one.
All right. There's no report of the benefits advisor. Is there a comrade or a family of a comrade in distress?
I'll just do a quick report on my sister. She's doing so much better. We're hoping It's, yeah,
Great news.
Good.
We'll keep praying.
And our condolences go to Jim. Your wife passed away. We're very sorry about that. April 17th at Bauer Funeral Home down the street, 1 p.m. is the memorial. So you're all invited to attend. So if you can make it to support Jim and his family, they would greatly appreciate it.
Kathy was the treasurer for our auxiliary for years.
Anybody else have a family member in distress? Okay. Report of all committees, poppies.
Brandon, we are set to go for Memorial Day weekend. It'll be May 22nd, which is a Friday, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I brought in the sheets, so if you'd like to sign up annually, you can do that. Dean made the electronic, and we sent that out on, I think it was Sunday, so that's out there. And it'll be sent out every week until we get closer. So that's where we're at. We're ready to go.
Okay. No, do you have anything for Ramp It Up, Otis?
I talked to Doug White on Saturday at the Cootie Scratch. We're still waiting on that recovery update, salt, the one we put in, and the guy never got out of the hospital. But we're left it to let them unload his house, empty his house. But I should be hearing something from that. Other than that, no.
Okay. Adoptee unit?
Commander, the unit remains deployed, and the goal is to support their family readiness group in the Washington National Guard once they figure out when they want to do like a reopening of the armory. We don't have any dates or how we could be helpful. So I've just asked them to let me know as the chair how we're going to stay Semper Gumby, flexible, because it might be a quick turnaround for what that ask could be, whether it's through time, treasure, or talent. In that same vein, we know they're on a year deployment. That puts it right around October coming home, but still no idea of, exactly when. So as soon as we get some more information on how we can be there for that redeployment ceremony, you'll be the first to know. If you want to join the committee, be happy to have you, get you in the signal chat. That's all I have right this time.
Program, Voice of Democracy, Patriot Pen, Youth Essay. Do you have anything? I don't think they're out yet. They're supposed to be. The word we got at the district meeting, and Otis backed me up on this, is that they're supposed to be out this month. So if you can check on VFW, WADA, or the national website, but the word we got at district was that they're going to be published soon. And so we can get a head start, get those out to the schools. Law enforcement, fire safety. Otis, you want me to brief that, or you got it?
Well, I think the police, I got an email from Chief yesterday wondering when we were available to give it this week, next week, and I told him what dates I was available and haven't heard back yet.
March 9th, Otis and I went to the fire commissioners meeting and presented our paramedic and firefighter. What was his other qualification? He was firefighter and.
There's a firefighter paramedic.
Right. She was right, but then the firefighter had another qualification on his. I can't remember what it was. No, he wasn't. He was
firefighter EMT. They all are.
Right, but he was something different. It was like. No, I can't remember what it was.
No,
But
he's a firefighter. He's probably, wildland. I don't know. Wow.
But yeah, so we
got all those.
So we honored both of them on the 9th. It was well received and always fun to do. Nothing for Teacher of the Year. Okay. All present will rise. Attend hut. Uncover. Parade rest. Comrade Chaplain, will ask divine blessings upon our National Home for Children.
Almighty God, we ask your divine blessing on the children, families, and staff of our National Home for Children in Eden Rapids, Michigan. May your spirit dwell with them forever, giving them health and guiding their lives. Help us to always be faithful to our fallen comrades by providing support for their families. We ask in your holy name, amen.
Lieutenant, cover. Seats. Unfinished business. Okay, American Legion 921 rental agreement. That went to the executive, the Stanley drafted our version, our draft. It went to the American Legion's XCOM. They sent it to us for their changes. The big change is they're increasing the rent from $125 per quarter to $150 per quarter, or $1,800 a year. That was the big change. They reemphasized that we're still not allowed to park in the parking lot unless we're an American Legion member, but all of us as VFW members are more than welcome to use the social room at any time. We don't have to sign in anymore or anything like that. So if you want to come in and use the social room upstairs, we can do that at any time. So that was a change. There's a couple other things that we had questions on from an XCOM. So I'm going to compile those changes, send them to Steve Weaver at the Legion, have their XCOM bless their final approval, and then next month I'll bring it back so that we can send it out to the post electronically and then vote on it with members present. So those were the big changes. Does anybody have any questions on that? Yes.
So we would just show them our VFW card.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they're not going to, I don't think they're going to ask, but if they do, their social room committee said that we can start using it. I think they just need customers and they want more people to use it. Otherwise, I mean, they're losing money every month. So, yes.
Does it help them if we sign it at the front or no?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they worry more about buying drinks and doing the gambling.
That's all they.
Right. They just want to start making money because they're not right now. Okay, 4th of July parade. Randall is our, sorry, we got to change that. 4th of July procession. Randall is our committee chair, not only for the post, but for the entire event. So I'll turn it over to him. You can come front and center and talk.
Randall Mars, we've worked on a few things. First of all, the background. We haven't had a 4th of July parade in Stonewich in 100 years, more than 100 years. I think that's disgusting. I had a personal grudge against that, and so I made it a point to come up with
one if you want. I'm going to pass them around.
some kind of parade or some kind of procession. Got changed to procession because someone had a weed up their butt at the city. Said we can't have more than 2 parades in 1 month. So we have to call ours a procession, but it doesn't matter. We want as many people out there carrying American flags up First Street as we can get on 4th of July weekend, or 4th of July morning, which is Saturday. I hope if you're going to be in town, you know, you can come grab a flag and join us. We're going to start having people walk up the hill. It's going to be a slow pace. We'll finish up at the Carnegie, and we'll have a ceremony at the Veterans Office. It's our latest flyer. We don't have too many of these. I think I've only got 4 left, but we can pass it around. What I want to do is bring your attention to the budget. A simple procession still requires a lot of work and a lot of check blocks from the city. We've got to have police coverage. We've got to have medical coverage. We've got to have roads blocked. We've got to have sound systems, places to sit, rental canopies, porta potties. All that stuff takes money, and just permitting fees in the city are almost $1,000. So we need to raise money. At the minimum, we're looking at maybe $13,000 for all of this stuff. If anybody's interested in looking at the budget, it's going to kind of be important because I'm going to ask you for money in a few minutes. What we've done now is set up a website. We've set up a Facebook. Some of the tech geek people that are way better at that than I am are pulling miracles left and right. So we're putting this together pretty quickly. We opened a bank account. We linked it to the website somehow. So that monetization is almost in place, but we've got expenses now that we need to come up with some money for. So I'm gonna ask the VFW to help the procession in the short term with $1,500 out of our funds, out of VFW funds. Like I said, that'll get us more flyers, awareness, some of the social media stuff. Some of the ads we're gonna do are gonna cost money, and plus we have to start paying deposits for porta potties and all that kind of stuff. And although I may look wealthy, I don't have money to just throw thousands of dollars out in the next couple of weeks. So we need some seed money. And if you look at the flyer, I'll start with this. There you go. At the very top, the flyer is presented by us, presented by the VFW.
And the Legion.
And the American Legion. So we're benefactors of it, but we're also responsible for it. And that's why I feel like, you know, we can come to the membership here and ask for some seed money to get going. Go ahead.
I got a question. Okay, I have no problem with us supporting, but here we got, it's hosted by the American Legion and the VFW. We're gonna put the bill, what, and where's their, are they pitching anything in?
No,
No, that's
I get that.
Well, I actually haven't asked them yet.
right,
I came to you guys because
right.
I'm one of you, not one of them.
I asked them to support
I'm one of both.
I asked them I didn't specifically ask him about the 4th of July procession. I asked him about the Veterans Memorial. And they said they didn't have the funds to help out with that at this time. Yes.
I attended the American Legion meeting last week, and Steve had just kind of briefly mentioned he didn't have any information whatsoever. I'm requesting someone that knows a lot more information, the next Legion meeting, to show up and give that presentation. To get him involved, because he couldn't answer anything. I had to tell him it was a procession,
Right.
and that they had some questions about donations. They didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't ask him about, I only asked him about the Veterans Memorial at that point.
He didn't know much information. I told him what I knew.
Yep.
And so, but I recommend someone goes to the Legion meeting and talk about that.
Great idea. I've never been to a Legion meeting.
So I'll be the Marine in the room because we tend to be.
Can we hold on 2 seconds though? Just 2 seconds.
Okay.
Randall, sounds like you made a motion to request $1,500 from the VFW to support the 4th of July procession. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do I have a second? Okay. Now,
Discussion.
any discussion?
Absolutely.
But yeah, why the fuck is their name on it if they're not going to support it? And I agree, we need to give them a chance to see if they support, but if they don't.
At the time, Barb Hare, who was the commander, she just resigned last week.
She resigned.
She resigned.
That tells us a lot.
So she was on the committee and attending all the meetings with us and all that. So that's why, at that point in time, the committee decided that it would be on all the flyers. And the Legion has not told us no, that they're not supporting it. Barb was thoroughly involved with it. The ask to them had not been made. So that's why.
No, that's fair. But at the same time, if they don't financially step up, at least somewhat, then their name shouldn't even be on,
Right.
in my opinion.
We're still going to let them march in the procession because it's open to anybody.
Sure.
Any veteran.
Any veteran, right? But we're trying to do a joint color guard with VFW and American Legion members carrying all the service flags and the American flag, VFW flag, that kind of stuff. And Doug Ralstone, Navy captain, retired, he's going to be the Grand Marshal, and he's going to be riding in a 66?
Something old.
66 convertible Mustang. So we don't need your car stand. His buddy's got a. But you can still drive your car in the parade.
72.
Yeah,
It'll beat the 60.
I know, but
There's Mustangs.
it's his buddy's car. So anyway, he's going to be the Grand Marshal, and then behind the Grand Marshal will probably be Stanley's car. But then we'll have the color guard go down, and then we'll have VFW holding like a VFW. I think we have one somewhere, a parade banner. If not, we can get one made. But I thought we had one stored somewhere where it's held up with like a big wooden dowel, and we carry that down, leading the VFW. American Legion will do the same behind us. Then Sarah Braun, the National Guard, Army National Guard recruiter, she's going to have all her recruits marching in it. We're trying to get the Marine recruiters involved to have their guys. He is going to put it out, but it's not the school year. So he doesn't know if they're going to be able to participate. Huh?
He better.
Yeah. But Eric's going to be driving our spinny float or whatever you want to call it.
Do we want the 6x6?
Yes,
But he talked to him.
I have not. I know Tom knows him. I don't know him personally.
I don't mind texting unless you will, Joe. I'll text him.
The more people that can text, the better. If he gets
And then-
people to text, all of that.
The American Legion riders are going to ride their bike. So anybody that has a motorcycle that wants to ride can do that as well. So like we said, it's a procession, not a parade. So we're going to line up, depending on how many people are here. We either will line up right here in this parking lot and head towards the memorial, or we're going to line up in Gagnon's parking lot, get on first on that side of Avenue D. The chopper police will block off Avenue D, we'll cross, then they're going to zoom ahead. And basically the way it was briefed to us is there'll be 6 of them.
It's called a rolling closure. So they're going to be front and back all around us as we move up the street,
And then
in theory.
we'll go down to the Veterans Memorial and have an event down there. And then we're talking about trying to get like food trucks or vendors to have like a barbecue or something at the other end. So it won't be very long.
And so just so you know, this is for the 250th anniversary of the country. And although it's a 4th of July event that's going to end up at the Veterans Memorial, we're not just opening it to veterans. First responders, medical personnel, even some scouts are going to show up. We're looking at getting a old fire vehicle.
If Hammerly's back from his deployment, he owns his own old fire trucks.
He should be,
Yeah, he should be.
he's supposed to be home any time now.
Right.
Matt,
I just talked to him last week.
He's back?
Oh, yeah. He just don't like talking to you guys.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
So anyway, but he's got an old fire truck.
Yeah.
But I talked to Greg Osborne with the Snohomish County Fire Department, and he's kind of runs the Fire Explorers. And so they're going to participate as well.
So originally I envisioned just being one dude walking up the damn street. But if I could get 1,000 of us or more, all the better. So spread the word and see if you can get some people from outside the area or even family members. We don't have to show up.
You can drive Elmer.
But whoever we can get, as many people as we can get.
How
I'm
fitting
gonna
would that
make a
be?
statement to Snohomish that this isn't a one-time thing.
Picturing like
Just
a beautiful girl.
I'd like to see this
We could get a beautiful
every
girl
year.
to ride with Elmer.
Snohomish is perfect for a parade like this. And there's still a lot of people that believe in
Let's
this
see
country
if
and.
fresh
and,
new
see this
second
flag.
lieutenant from the Air Force
So-
Academy will show up.
What's the other parade or what?
Klahia Days. It's 2 weeks later. Yes, Elmer.
What kind of presentation are they going to do at Carnegie Hall?
So we're gonna have a ceremony that's gonna, first of all, reintroduce the memorial there to the community. We're gonna seek donations for that as well. Commander can talk about the formation of the.
I'll do that. I'm going to do that in a bit.
And then we're gonna have guest speakers speak with us. Doug Ralstone's gonna address, possibly a couple of other people from the area that are pretty prominent, former military. And then music's gonna play. We're gonna simulcast everything through KWJZ radio. So it won't just be playing right on the loudspeakers there. It'll be blasted all over whatever that radio station reaches in Snohomish County.
Elmer.
You said that First Street's going to be blocked off, so will there be vehicles on First Street?
Yes.
Yes, we're not gonna close the road or tow the cars, but just while we're marching in this procession, there won't be any cars, barreling through.
No traffic.
So, yes, we will block traffic with our bodies, and they're gonna have to wait behind us, and I don't care. But we aren't towing, and there will be cars parked on the side of the road.
The biggest issue.
Streets will be blocked as the police rolling closure rolls up.
Okay.
Only the intersections that affect First Street.
The only road we're officially blocking with barricades is, Cedar up by the Carnegie. That's the only one, and that'll be blocked for, apparently not just through our event, which should probably clear up about 1,300, but the city wants to roll into another event thereafter, so they're gonna just keep it closed all day.
Probably the farmer's market.
No, it's gonna be like a family picnic, some games, some other 4th of July type things. And they're talking about a new legislation that just went through, that takes effect. When does it take effect?
Which legislation?
Basically, because of FIFA in the country this year.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna have open alcohol containers, they're gonna allow that, so the city wants to do some kind of like an alcohol cart purchase thing after we get through. It's good, because, you know, we don't want.
So you can grab a beer and walk up and down the street.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not just beer, apparently, they're talking other things
It's
too.
everything. I'm saying you grab a beer, you grab.
I've been drinking and walking up and down First Street for
There you go.
60 years.
Perfect.
In addition to what Randall talked about, why it's not a parade because of the political part, the cost was going to be astronomical because it's a holiday, it's a Saturday, and we would be on the hook to pay for all the tow trucks to tow everybody off at First, all the city workers to put up all the barricades and all the other stuff. And then just for the police alone, we're using the bare minimum. And the deputy that was here at our meeting was like, we may have to call in like the county sheriff, you know, because it's a holiday and they're getting paid double time. So what did you say? It was $200 an hour per person?
Yeah. Tons. Yeah, so we're talking $4,000 to $5,000.
Just for them.
And if we have 2,000 of us show up, great, but we're gonna need more cops. So it could be 6, 7.
And we have no idea of predicting that, so.
Yeah, and then the firefighters want their own thing for having medics walking around.
So.
I think we can talk great about that.
Yeah, I'd love if we could talk now.
Politics and the sheriff Adam Fortney's running in 2027. He made it official.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Yes, he is.
Just saying.
I just talked to him.
Yes. Good for him.
But no politics in meetings.
No.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? So the motion on the floor is that the VFW would fund $1,500 for the 4th of July procession. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right. Yes. Hometown Heroes program. So we've got the store up and running. It's ready to go. We're trying to open it up just to VFW members first. That's why we haven't like publicized it out to the whole world yet. So it's $150 per banner. Stanley's got the store up and running. We will send the link out tomorrow or the next day, whenever Brian can get it out to everybody. So it's $150 for the banner. There's 40 slots available. That's it. I was hoping to do 80, and we were going to like double up on each of the street light poles. But I was hoping that you would have person A on one side, person B on the other, but that's not how they're made. So, you know, let's say Stanley's picture is up, he'll be on both sides of the banner. So that's why there's only 40 slots, because there's 40 light poles in the city on First Street.
He sent the email yesterday.
Okay. So the email about Hometown Heroes should be in your email. He sent it yesterday. So go back and check. So what we need is your payment through the Zeppi store that Stanley set up. Once payment is confirmed, then I will reach out to you myself, and I'm going to send you a release form that has your name or the other veteran, any other veteran that you want their picture to be up on the banner. And then I need you to email me the best quality picture you can give me to be on the banner. And then I will send our whole entire order of 40 banners to the company out of Minnesota.
They're how much a piece?
150. And the city already has the hardware, so we don't have to purchase the hardware. And what's the question?
I'm sorry. No, I wasn't part of the meeting, so I was
Right.
trying to go under it.
Yeah, it's, not only are we paying for the cost of the banners, but let me finish, we're raising funds for the Veterans Memorial. So it's not just the cost of the banners, we plussed it up a little bit to help pay for and I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, the Hometown Heroes, $150 per banner, 40 are limited. The city already has the hardware. We got to order them by April 10th so that they're here by Memorial Day. The city is installing them and taking them down for free. So they'll be up from Memorial Day through Veterans Day. So, yep. And then, yes. And then in addition to our banners being on every light pole, every light pole is supposed to have an American flag. So it'll be American flag on a 45-degree angle above it and our banner below it. So it'll be pretty cool, pretty patriotic for the whole summer. So the city was actually very excited about it. They said yes right away, and they bent over backwards to help us. And the vendor that we're using is actually the vendor that the city uses for their banners. So, yes.
Is there any pictures that like are on a lot? Well, I know it's gotta be in uniform, but like,
I don't
that
think,
be my battle rattle with my, like a string of 50
No, I don't-
calibers or?
no, and I don't think it has to be in uniform. I don't think it has to be in uniform or in gear. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Because I've already, the one person that jumped ship and signed up already,
Yeah. they come out of
she's
nowhere.
doing it for her husband, and she doesn't have a picture of him in uniform, and she's trying to surprise him. So, yeah. But anyway, so
You say best quality, would an old Vietnam
whatever you can get, as long as
black
it's,
and white?
yeah. So, and Barb Hare from our post and American Legion, she's doing one personally for Jeffree Star. So, I gotta make sure that she reaches out to Jeffrey's mom to make sure that's okay before we do it. But one of the 40 is gonna be Jeffree Star's picture. So, because some other people had asked about that as well. So the store is open, you have the emails, first come, first serve. 40 is the total. Once we get everyone's orders, we'll shut it off at 40. And then I'll email each person based on their order to send them the release form and get the picture.
So if the person is deceased, we don't need a release form.
I'll see what the form says. I'll ask the company, but there's a form for every person. So
Could you find out?
yeah, I mean, but if they say every picture has to have a release form, then you just have to sign on behalf of the deceased person.
Well, in the, when we set up in the Zephy, there's that fine print in there for release in the checkbox and saying by checking this.
Right, but I have to,
authorize release.
correct, but I have to send the form to the company.
Okay.
So, yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we, as the VFW, donate $40 for Gay Jones's banner.
$40, or do you want to do the whole 150?
Or 150.
150.
Okay.
Second that.
No.
Any discussion on that? Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. So we'll take that into account. So like we were talking about, the money raised for this event, we're going to try to push it towards the Veteran Memorial, and I'll talk about that. Is that in?
I believe it's next slide. Memorial. So
No,
here,
we'll-
what- you want to do it now?
Yeah, let's do it now. Okay, yes.
I know, I can't remember how many names we have on the memorial of our fallen. I'm named after somebody on there, so that was why I was trying to reach out to Oa, is because he knows Lois, his sister, Joe Paul Larson. That's who I was named after, but he is on there. And I would love to get that as one of them. And honestly, for what we're doing, I think it would be great if we had a banner for every one of them. So if somebody is willing to buy one, maybe, I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do for him. But if we had members willing or.
I mean, like I said, there's
Sponsors
there's
or
only
whatever
40
you want.
slots.
There's 81 names on that.
There's 81 names.
81.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not gonna work, because other people want to honor their family members or
Yeah.
whatever, so.
Okay.
So Veterans Memorial. Tom worked diligently for the last 4 years.
Couple years.
Yeah.
Ended in 2023.
Yeah, but he worked really hard leading the Veterans Memorial Plaza Committee and actually getting all of us that have attended the meetings involved, because at the time, the Carnegie Foundation people were the ones that were running the show. And they had their vision of what they wanted, which is what it's like right now, but they didn't involve all of us. So once we got involved, then we came up with our own ideas, what we wanted to add. Problem is, we didn't have the funds to finish it off in 2023 when the obelisk was moved back from the GAR and put in the plaza where it's at now. So the remaining items are 3 memorial stones that look like gravestones, but they're on an angle. And they're going to be, what's the correct color?
Basalt, whatever.
Yeah, they don't know what that is.
Right. It's black.
Absolute black.
Absolute black is going to be the stone. So it's going to have a base, and then the upright part is on like a 45-degree angle. And the surface area of that angle is going to be 3 feet by 2 feet. On the one memorial, which will probably be right next to the American flag, we'll have Gay Jones and all of his information with the Cross of Malta on the top. And right next to it, we'll have Earl Weinhardt's picture, that picture up there, with the American Legion logo and all of his information. They both died in the Battle of Argonne in World War I. Yep, and they're both Snohomish grads. So that'll be the main monument in the middle. Then if you haven't been there, there's a big semicircle that goes around. The obelisk sits at the parallel side of the semicircle. And there's a bench right behind it. So the bench, you can sit on the bench and look at the VFW and American Legion stone. And then to the left, closest to the library, there's going to be a writing contest from Snohomish High School, GP High School, and AIM to write a poem to put on that stone. And then the stone to the right will be the Purple Heart, and then the history of the Purple Heart. And at the bottom of it, we'll have that Snohomish is a Purple Heart city as of whatever. 2022, when Snohomish became a Purple Heart city. On the back side of that monument, there's going to be and it may, depending on the number of donors, we already have donors, their names will be engraved or etched or whatever you want to say on the back side of that monument that faces First Street. Doug Ralstone, the Navy captain I was talking about, as of last Friday, he already had, what, 10,000? Or was it more? What was his tally?
More than that committee already.
Yeah. So last tally that I actually heard was $10,000 already donated, and he was already getting more. So the cost estimate based on the 2 new lights being put in with the 3 monuments, and then there'll be service banners like the Hometown Heroes banners, but there'll be Army, Air Force, Space Force banners on 120-degree arcs on one light pole. And the other light pole will have Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. And there'll be rectangular banners with our service logos on it. So the total cost is about $43,000. The most expensive cost are the 3 monuments. And we're getting them through Daryl because he sells through Pacific Memorials. But the problem is the lead time, because they get shipped in from India. So the initial goal was to have everything in place by the 4th of July, so that when we ended the procession, we'd be able to rededicate or whatever you want to call it, unveil the memorial stuff. But based on Daryl's schedule and the city schedule, that's not going to happen. So that's getting pushed to Veterans Day. So if you've been to the Snohomish Senior Center for the Veterans Day event, typically that's at 9 with a continental breakfast. Last few years, Congresswoman Del Benny's been there. We present it as the VFW, we help run it. So the goal would be go to the senior center for the continental breakfast, and then everybody go over to the library to unveil the memorial once it's in place and ready to go. The city is going to do we purchase all the stuff, but the city's going to install it for free. And that was another hiccup, is that their schedule, the project manager, just saying it was almost nearly impossible with what they've got lined up to get it done for the 4th. So we pushed it to be Veterans Day, so I think that'll be fitting. We've always wanted to have a Veterans Day event at the memorial. So we'll kill two birds with one stone doing it this way. And the funds that we're raising from the banners, if Doug doesn't get all the funds that we need to cover the $43,000, the money that we raise for the banners would go to that. But if we don't need to donate that money to the memorial, if he raises all the funds, then those funds would stay here at the post and we can decide what we want to do with those at a later date. So any questions on the Memorial Plaza or anything going on with that? We're good? Okay. Committees, we gotta go back to committees. Sorry.
I do have a question. So what are we asking for? What? Does he need money or?
So he's out soliciting big donors and he's getting them pretty rapidly. Like he's like, don't worry about it, I got you covered. But in case he doesn't, so
We address that.
we can address that later. But the fundraising part of it that we're trying to do is the Hometown Heroes banner will fund our part of the donation. If we want to donate more after that, we can. But like I said, we're going to wait until we see what, I mean, he's only been asking for like 2 weeks and he's already got more than 10,000. So he's a quarter of the way there and he's out beating the pavement every day, all day. So I skipped over the Machias Community Cemetery on committees.
Yeah. Our beginning balance was 45,832.60. Ending balance was 46,258.72. Gain loss for the month for 26/12.
So I'm not going to go back.
Our CD made 136.31. The one we have for the cemetery. One sale of a traditional plot, $1,500. Get an interest payment of 35 cents. Total land of $1,535. 63.20 for the PUD. Joe and Bill went out and bought. We needed some new equipment. So we bought $1,000 worth of 2011. We got a cordless blower, cordless weed eater, and a cordless hedge trimmer. We've been fighting the equipment that was left behind. Now we got some brand new cordless equipment, and they're gonna look at getting our second riding mower coming up here in a week or so. Okay, we haven't heard back from Evergreen Gavkel to start the endowment. We're trying to make an endowment on the cemetery so it's there long after we're gone. And May 2nd, 2026 market, that's our VFW Day of Service. And we're gonna try everybody we can at the cemetery so we can do a hard, deep spring cleaning situation so that when it gets closer to Memorial Day, it's not such a major project. Thanks, sir.
All right. Back to
New business Memorial Day.
Yeah, so Memorial Day, it was the American Legion's year to lead it, but with Barb resigning, I mean, I basically wrote a checklist that I basically took what Otis used to do. I made my own checklist for it so that we didn't have to reinvent the wheel every year. So when it's the Legion's year, I just email them the checklist and go, okay, go through it. But since I don't think they have a commander right now, so I got to talk to, do they have a commander? Okay, so I'll have to email him and just see huh? Okay, so I'll email George and see if he wants to take the lead on it, or if he wants to, we'll alternate next year, but we'll figure that out. For Memorial Day, GAR, 11 o'clock, and we'll just need people to help with the VFW flag, the auxiliary flag, and the wreaths. There's 2 wreaths. That's our main part of it. I'll bring the sound system.
Request on that Friday to put up the big flags.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole cemetery.
And
I get a lot of VFW.
right, and I'll reach out to Nav about the Panther Pals coming. And you'll take care of that? Or you want- Okay, does she, I know, but, right, but does she know to do it? Okay,
I mean,
right. Trust but verify. So anyway, so that's Memorial Day. Klahia Days Parade, you want to brief that?
Commander, it's the 113th anniversary of Klahia Days in the city of Snohomish, and so typically we are in the parade. Last year, if you recall, Joe's friend Dustin had the 5-ton because the unit was getting prepared to deploy. All their stuff was already down there at JVLM at Camp Murray. And so I'm wondering, does the post want to be in the parade so that way I can start the process to register, ask the adopt unit if they want to be a part, secure some rigs, etc. So I'd move that we register and get involved.
Second.
Does it cost money?
Is it $60 still, or what was it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe with a maybe with a, and not to exceed of $100 to register. Is people fine with that?
Okay, we got a first, a second, any discussion? Yes, Eric.
safe to assume they like the 80 up there.
That'd be great, sir, provided they say yes.
Ready on the fourth, so if you all warmed up.
Okay, beautiful, that'd be great.
Yes, Randall.
Is that $60 per vehicle per entry or?
Per group.
Yeah.
I believe it's 60, like it's $60 for like your entry, and you got to tell them how much linear feet, so that way they can put you in appropriately.
Is that on the 19th?
It is on July 18th. Yeah.
You have to pay twice. You want to run the thing up to $120, isn't Jace?
So, sure. Yeah, I don't know. They don't have the registration open yet. It doesn't open up till after Easter, but I'm trying to get a yes now, so that way, right when it opens, I can get our name in the way. I can bring the cost back. I don't think it's gonna be that much, though. So we can start with 100.
Just start with 100 and
Yeah.
I don't think.
or Tom will cover it, we'll reimburse.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just send me the.
That's the way.
Okay,
So, okay, awesome. I'll get us registered on that.
next. All right, nominations, elections, installations of officers. Does anybody want to self-nominate or nominate someone else for commander?
I nominate Commander Chris Cote for another term.
I'll accept. Yes, Otis, would you like to run again?
It looked like you were smiling.
I nominate Matt Hammerly. He's back in town and would,
But he's not present to accept, and therefore we have to have the ballot set. You know, today would be the day that he would need to let us know, right?
Is he not gonna be deployed anymore? I mean, the guy deployed like every.
I don't know. Has anybody talked to him about it? Yeah, I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, but like I said, he goes out every week, it's
Right.
some other.
Yeah, I mean-
he's supposed to be retiring.
I mean, is there anything, Otis, against in the bylaws that says it? Yeah, I mean, doesn't have to be
You have
present
to
to,
accept it.
right, but he's not here to accept it. So, I mean, I'm not against the idea.
You can do nominations.
Next month.
No, you can't. It came out from national via department that nominations had to be this month, elections are next month, and installations are in May. We had been
You
doing,
always have a second round of nominations.
Otis, I understand that, but we were doing it wrong. You want me to show you the email from Joe? I mean, we did it wrong. I verified with Terry and Drew. And it
Commander, I think Matt would be a great future commander, but he really should be a quartermaster first, so he understands what it takes to take your role on.
Okay. So, any other nominations for commander? All right, hearing none, moving on. Nominations for senior vice. Senior vice.
Tom Kramer.
I'm going to respectfully decline because I'm going to self-nominate to be the adjutant, right?
Well, you don't nominate for adjutant, it's appointed.
Oh, as I was.
So, and you can't be in an elected position and be the adjutant at the same time.
Roger.
And the surgeon.
Right.
So there's a lot of spots, folks.
You can be, you can be surgeon and adjutant, because those are both appointed, but you can't be in an elected position and an appointed position. So, anybody want to run for senior vice? The major role for senior vice, just so you know, you fill in at meetings when I'm not available, whether it's the post level or the district level, and you're basically the lead person for membership. Those are the big roles. So there's not a lot of work involved. So if you want to run.
There isn't. I did it forever.
So does anybody want to run for senior vice? You got to have somebody. You're coming off trustee. All right. So Otis.
Fill it if nobody else will.
So Otis is.
Or does Carson move up?
I'll stay junior.
Okay. So anyone else want to nominate for senior? Hearing none, then Otis Wolf is our only nominee for senior vice. Anybody want to nominate somebody or nominate themselves for junior vice? Okay. Does anybody else want to nominate for junior vice? Okay. Junior vice. Now we need 3-year trustee, correct, Otis?
Don't we?
Chaplain.
Otis comes off.
Chaplain's appointed.
And me and James move up.
You move up. That's why it's 3 years.
We have to get James to.
No, I just blew up.
He moved up. He's already elected. Automatic. It's a, right, it's a 3-year position. And James is now going to fill his last year as a trustee. You're going to be filling your second year. The new person's the 3-year trustee. So does anybody want to nominate for someone to be the 3-year trustee? The major roles for a trustee are you conduct the monthly and quarterly audits by reviewing the books with the quartermaster and sign off that they are correct. And that's your big role. So it's not too hard. You need to have somebody.
I'll nominate myself.
You can't be
No.
if you're doing adjutant.
Well,
We admire your spirit, though.
Does anybody
Someone's
want
gotta
to
do
be a 3-year trustee? Anybody?
Yeah, one good. Somebody.
I need someone.
It is. I've been a trustee. I am a trustee on the department level, the district level, and I just dropped off on the post level. It's just reviewing the book. We really need somebody to fill that slot.
Heather.
all right.
All right. All right.
Perfect.
All right. I think.
She'll be able to read his report.
Election report.
Oh, yeah, quartermaster.
And quartermaster. So anybody want to nominate themselves for quartermaster?
You know, I'll tell you, I'm ready to pass the baton. If anyone's interested in it, it's like, everyone loves you because you get to feed them pizza at the end of every meeting. And, you know, I mean, it's fun. You can just stand up and talk about money every meeting. Anyone interested?
I thought I saw an email about somebody nominating.
Great.
All right. So Stanley, you're going to take on the role for.
I nominate Stanley.
Okay. Anybody else want to go for quartermaster? Anybody else for quartermaster? All right. So, are you going to write these down?
Yeah, I've got them down here. Commander, I've got Chris as on the slate for commander, Otis on the slate for senior, Carson on the slate for junior, Stanley on the slate for quartermaster, James becoming the 1-year trustee, Eric becoming the 2-year trustee, and Heather for the 3-year trustee.
Okay. You've graciously said that you're okay if I appoint you as
Adjutant.
adjutant. Dan, are you good staying on as chaplain? Okay, Jamie's not here to talk about JAG. Does anybody want to be the surgeon? Randall, you want to be surgeon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got a surgeon. Anybody want to be the benefit officer of record? Now, what does that job do? It used to be a lot more involved. There's not a lot left for that job other than helping any of us get in contact with the veteran service officer in Everett at the vet center, right by the mall. That's the only really job that it is, because before Barb and Bruce were certified veteran service officers, not the paid kind, but they were the post level. And they would actually help you get all your paperwork together to submit your VA claims and things like that. The big VA national took that away from posts. And so that job has now become benefit advisor. So that your job is really just to help a veteran get pointed in the correct direction. Does anybody want to be the benefit advisor? Okay. All right, we'll leave that off for now. That's an appointed position. We can talk about that. You can't, because you're going to be an elected position. So you can't do you can't do an elected position and an appointed position.
So we need her as the trustee.
The trustee is more important.
I was going down the path to help her.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so I think,
Help them on the slot.
I'm going to take the floor as the past commander of this post. I was a commander of this post for 9 years. Chris is now going to start his 4th year. We need people to step up and start moving through the chairs, through the seats. Thank you, bless you, people who are taking positions. But we got to move it to keep new ideas, new things going, or this organization of ours is just going to sit and fester.
and the motivation, like there's burnout.
People did, I did, like I said, I was 9 years in the post commander here,
And
3 years district commander. Now, but I'm back as a senior vice. I'm doing that because nobody else is stepping up, and I'll be damned if I'll let this thing die. I worked too hard to bring this from 5 World War II veterans where it is now.
You and Elmer, we gotta give credit to Elmer too.
Elmer, I got it for 6 years. I wouldn't have done it without him carrying this thing.
Yep. So, all right, I think we got enough people in positions except for benefit advisor, so we're good there.
And Jag.
Say again?
Jag. as
Jag.
Well.
Well, I said Doug Jamie, but yeah.
Okay.
Good to the order, post coins. So we talked about it last month. I got the artwork back from the vendor. I don't think he put the other picture up there. There's another picture of this side. I'll see if I can find it. He put that one up. Okay, so the coin, it's gonna have the approved Cross and Malta VFW coin on one side.
Oops.
He's trying to find the other side. And that's, the vendor we're using is the vendor that the district used for their coins. So we know that this, as Otis pointed out last meeting, you want to make sure it was the right one. So we didn't have to go through, we didn't violate anything with VFW. That's the one that was approved for the district coin, so we know that that'll be available. Our coin will be the same color, let's say Gay Jones Post 921, Snohomish, Washington. And we can either do the picture of Gay Jones, or imagine Kennedy's head on the silver dollar, where it's relief. You know, if you look at the penny or the silver dollar or quarter, it'd be not the picture with epoxy over it. It'd be a real coin. Yeah, great.
Can't hold an elected appointed.
You can.
You can't hold 2 elected.
Right.
Elected and appointed.
Elected.
Okay, because when they send out the stuff from, I'm just, okay. But anyway, back to the coin. So if we want to move forward, I wish I had the other side so you'd look at it, but do you guys want to do the picture, or do you want to make it relief like a regular coin? Relief.
What do you mean relief?
Like a silver dollar,
like rip out a quarter. What
Yeah.
that's what it would look
But
like
of his,
of his picture. It
Oh,
looks, it
okay.
looks really cool. I wish I had.
It would be like if you had it minted.
yeah. that'd be
Right.
cool.
So you guys want the minted style or the picture style? So we'll get a vote real quick.
Are they the same cost?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to find
They're the same question or same cost. So all in favor for the picture, go ahead, raise your hands. Okay. All in favor for the minted style? All right. Okay, it looks like the minted style is the one that wins. Cost, I think he said it was $13 per coin for 100 coins. Price goes down if we order more. I didn't know how many you guys wanted to order. So you guys gonna look something up real quick? Make sure I got it correct.
On the material.
Oh, it's important.
So hold on, let me see. There'll be a $350 coining fee the first time we do it. Then the cost is actually a lot cheaper than what I just told you. It shows that for 100, they're $7.75 a piece. About $7 for 500 and $6.25 for 1,000. I don't think we need 1,000, but those are the costs. And then let me see if I can. Anyway, those are the costs.
Do we
So
have to you purchase a setup fee every time we purchase?
No.
or not?
we don't.
So,
To
okay.
make the mold.
There is a let's see.
Then you got for a $20 donation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Carson's got the picture of the relief. He found it.
The die, if the die sits idle for 5 years, then you have to repay the setup fee. So, basically every 4 years, we should probably order some more to keep from doing it. Yes.
That'd be something I can give out to every time somebody does a barrel in the Chaya, since we
Nice.
give the family a coin.
Sure.
Yeah.
But how many, so with the cost being about, what did I say, $7 for 500, how many do you guys want to order?
100.
Well, it's 350, is that the setup?
That's just the setup.
Then you gotta add on for
Right.
how many?
Right, so if I do the math real quick, let's say obviously if we buy 500 divided by, or sorry, 350 divided by 500. So it'd be 70 cents extra per coin if we did 500 for the setup fee. So it wouldn't increase the cost that much. So how many do you guys want to order? What do you want to go with? We can always order more. Elmer.
Put me down for 5.
Right. But,
I would move that we start with 100 coins.
okay.
We
Well,
need a
that's just a
second.
motion.
We need a second.
We need a second.
Second,
Okay, so now we get to discussion time. How many? Yes.
I move that we go higher to the 500 level. They'll be less expensive, and we'll have a pool of them for situations like that or events that we plan. We can put them in the quartermaster supply, and we can sell them, or visitors that come by. We can go through them pretty quick. 500 is not going to last long.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna give them away as much as, but we can. We could, but I think we also sell them too. Yes.
yeah, my point, I agree with him because we get all the tables, the information goes up for Memorial Day. You're gonna have to have a stash at each table, and you put them out there and say, oh gee, well, it's a donation, or we put a set donation on them, not like the poppies,
Recommended.
recommended donation, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
The,
so 100, I think 100 be gone on Friday.
That would be just what we buy here.
Right.
Just among ourselves.
Right, so, I mean, basically, it's $7 for 500, including the setup fee. And then there's a shipping cost, which is TBD because it's based on the weight and the number of coins. So, Eric,
Just, we used to, remember in the old days, we used to give out the shirt, the jacket, the hat, the name tag. We give them out with new members.
Yep.
right,
Yep.
I like that idea. So, right now, I have a motion on the floor that we purchase 100. We had a discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I move that amend the motion to the 500 pieces.
Do I have a second?
I second that.
Okay, so we have a second. Any discussion on moving to 500? Any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of approving the 500 level for the friendly amendment?
Aye.
Any opposed? The amended number has been changed. Got to go back to the original motion. The original motion was 100. We had a second, and that motion has been withdrawn. So we're going to go with 500.
What's the estimated cost on that?
Let me do the math real
Yeah,
quick.
just so I make sure there's enough.
3,500, right?
Yeah,
It's $3,500 cost.
Are you gonna purchase it with your credit?
I could.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure I, get the account.
I mean, shipping, I don't know how much shipping is going to be.
Yeah, just some estimate. just-
Can we get them on Amazon Prime?
Are they made in the US?
Yeah.
Yes, they're made in Reno. I think Reno, Nevada was where the store is located.
And I know the girl that can't house pizza there, if I give her one, she's gonna put extra toppings on her pizza.
Awesome. Okay. So, there's the coins. So Stanley's been pushing out the Sounders, Military Appreciation Day on May 9th. Tickets are anywhere from $22 to $98, depending on the seats. If you want to get a Sounders hat, the seats are additional $7. So the lowest would be $29, but you get a hat with that. I'm organizing it at the district level because a lot of the posts didn't have very much interest. And so we were going to get together as a district and try to get a group of people to go together. So are there any people besides Stanley that want to go to the game? Or May 9th.
Day before Mother's Day.
It's a Saturday, Lumen Field, soccer. Yes. How many tickets you think you're going to want?
Myself, the old lady, and probably a couple of three grandkids. No, I don't know, man.
But I mean, like
I know
like 5?
The wife and I, she loves the Sounders, so.
Right.
We haven't been to a game in a long time.
All right, so maybe 5. And Stanley, you got 2, so we got 7.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, make it 7.
Okay, 7 for you, 2, 9. Anybody else want to go? Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, I will submit that up to the district. It's me, but I got to get the rest of the posts to respond, and then we got to order the tickets. So, okay.
Commander, I misspoke. We became a Purple Heart City on Pearl Harbor Day of 2021, not 2022.
Okay.
Your card picture, aye.
Yep.
The declaration.
Exactly.
Anything else for the good of the order? Anything else for the good of the order? Okay. Hearing none. Closing ceremonies. There being no further, so we'll have our closing ceremony. All rise. Command chaplain, you'll deliver the closing prayer. Attend hut. Uncover. Parade rest.
Almighty God, the hour has come when we must part. We commend ourselves to thy care. Thou who art our strong tower of defense and our protection, grant that in life's battles we may be strong and brave, living such lives of stainless integrity as shall reflect honor upon our country and the veterans of foreign wars of the United States, and glorify great and holy name. May thy goodness, may thy goodness, good providence shield us from all harm. Watch over those who even now guard the gates of freedom and bring us together again in true comradeship and peace. Amen.
Amen.
Otis, a 10 hut cover. Otis, I forgot something that was for good of the order. Can I still do it?
Sure.
Okay, just hang out for, give me 2 seconds. Our junior ROTC unit, you guys can relax, but our junior ROTC unit qualified for nationals for their rifle team. They're sending 4 of them, but they don't want to deplete their funds that they have for all the cadets. So Captain Lennon was asking for $2,000 to help pay for their travel. Can I have a motion on the floor?
When is the travel?
I don't have the date and I don't know exactly where they're going, but it's coming up soon. They just got done. They came in first in armed drill and first in color guard this weekend in the state or the region.
I moved that we release $2,000 for the ROTC to go to their championship.
Okay.
Second.
Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Sorry. Okay. Hand salute. Ready to? I now declare this business session of VFW Post 921 closed. Our next regular meeting will be held at the American Legion Post 96, 6 p.m. on the 3rd Tuesday of the month, which is April 21st.
St. Patty's Day.
And that's a quarter, so there'll be an audit report.
They'll set our OTC rifle team.
Hey, I don't know if you guys saw this up here. We got a new trinket.
1967.
That's when it was muskets.
No, we were shooting 22.
Showed up on my desk. Not bad, Tom. Hour 15.
Not bad, man.
Man, you covered a lot.